I'm back for part 3 of Home of the Brave by Catherine Applegate. When we left off, we were talking about the African proverb. Um, I'm trying to get good at this video thing. You only make a bridge where there is a river. I hope you thought about that. And if we were in class, I would ask you what your thoughts were. But since you only get my thoughts, I'm going to hold them to myself. But I just want you to really think about what do you think that means. Got it? Here we go. Paperwork. Dave comes for me the next day. He has snow in his eyebrows. We drive in the red, rattling car to a new place. Refugee Resettlement Center, Dave calls it. It's warm there with many chairs and many more people, all colors and shapes. It's my job to answer a bored lady's questions. Her fingers bounce on a machine with many buttons while she stares at a bright box. So, what do you think that is? What's a machine with many buttons and a bright box? Ding, 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 a computer. Her fingernails are shiny red, the color of blood. So what does she have on her fingernails? Correct, nail polish. And I feel sorry for her bad fortune. At first, I'm asked to speak. It's okay, Keck, Dave says. It's called paperwork. How many of you filled out paperwork? You can't make a wrong answer here. The bored lady asks her questions again, and this time I answer. Soon I grow sleepy, and after a while her words begin to fall like raindrops on the floor. I try to understand, but all I hear is a river of words, rushing and thundering and pushing me beneath the surface. So basically that's telling us he really doesn't understand all these questions that she's asking. Now and then a word I know darts up like a sparkling fish, but then it's all dark, moving water again. We are there a long time. I don't think I like this America paperwork. I whisper for Dave. It makes for too many yawnings. Information. Dave leads me to another room. A woman sits behind a pile of papers tall as a termite mound. Is this Keck by any chance? She asks Dave. One and only, he says. Keck, meet Diane. Diane stands and shakes my hand. She isn't much taller than I am, but her grip is strong, and she meets my gaze with eyes that says she is a friend. We've been trying to get more information on your mom, Keck, Diane says. Here's what we've got. She hands many papers to Dave. My heart, my hope flutters high like a bird I cannot catch. I ready my heart for the words I need to hear. Found her. Good news. Coming here. Those are the words Diane must say. Those are the stars that will guide my path home. This is a very difficult process, I'm afraid, Diane says. Refugees in that area move frequently, and tracking someone down can be almost impossible. We've sent out an inquiry about 2 camps on the border. Diane pauses. I can't wait to hear her words, to see the stars. After your camp was attacked, some people made it to the places we're contacting. I don't want you to get your hopes up, Keck. We'll know more in a while. Diane looks at some papers. Dave looks at his shoes. So are they avoiding eye contact with Keck because they don't want to give him bad news? I'm still hoping, I say at last. I want to sound fierce and certain as a great lion, but I sound like a lost cub, even to my own ears. Of course you are, Diane says. We all are. Thank you for looking, I say. Diane nods. You're very welcome. I'll be in touch with Dave as soon as we hear anything. We head outside. The icy air kicks at my chest. We walk to Dave's car in silence. Only the snow talks. We climb in. Seatbelt, Dave says softly. I am glad he doesn't ask how I am feeling. I don't know whether to feel hope or fear. Kind of like I feel right now, right? Dave pushes a knob and the music box sings. What's the music box? The radio. The song races ahead while I stumble behind. Just one more thing I cannot know. School clothes. What do you think about school clothes? How many of you have gotten school clothes? That night, I try on the school clothes in the box Dave has brought for me. I pick a button shirt with flowers on it and soft red pants. But Ganwar rolls his eyes. I would too, right? Think about that. A shirt with flowers and red pants. Not very fashion forward. Those are pajamas, he says. You wear them when you sleep. I try again. Ganwar shakes his head. The kids will eat you alive, he says. What kids is he talking about? Now remember, we're talking about social issues here too. So when he says the kids will eat you alive, is he talking about that the kids at school are going to start bullying Keck because of the way that he looks and the way that he dresses? This is bad news, since I didn't know that America people like to eat each other. Poor Keck, he has no idea. Ganwar must see the fear in my eyes, because he explains, it means they'll beat you up. Oh, I say, I feel relieved. You mean like at the camp? I'm not much of a fighter, not like my brother and my father and my cousin. I'm used to losing fights. It isn't so bad if you cover your face and other important places. Ganwar finds a pair of hard blue pants. What are hard blue pants? Jeans. And a shirt the color of sand. Jeans, he says. T-shirt. I put them on and parade through the TV room like a great ruler. Ganwar groans. It's just school, Keck. My aunt hushes him. Let him have his fun, she scolds. In the bathing room, I look hard in the shiny glass. What's the shiny glass? A mirror. I wonder if I look like an American boy. I'm not sure if that would be a good thing or a not good thing. Once there was. The next morning, I don't know what I am feeling. I'm excited, yes, because to go to school and learn is a fine honor. But I'm also worried. I don't know so many things. I don't even know what I don't know. My belly leaps like a monkey on a tree. In the camp, we had a teacher. Some days yes, some days no. Some days I was too ill with the fever to go. Some days the teacher couldn't come because of the men with guns. But on the good days, the teacher might arrive with a piece of chalk and maybe even a book. Mostly, he would help us learn English words, so we would be ready to leave the camp someday. But sometimes there would be singing or a story or numbers on our fingers and toes to count, like math. I liked the stories the best. Once there was a lion who could not roar. Once there was a man who sailed the sea. Once there was a child who found a treasure. The stories would lift me up, the words like a breeze beneath butterfly wings, and take me far from the pain in my belly and the tight knot of my heart. I hope they would have stories at my school. If they don't know how, perhaps I can teach them. It isn't such a hard thing. All you must do is say, once there was, and then you let your hoping find the words. New desk. Dave takes me to school when I see it. I use the words I learned from the TV machine. No way! It's big enough to graze a herd of cattle in, made of fine red square stones. What are red square stones? Bricks. And surrounded by many tall, not dead trees. It's a place for a leader of men to work in, not a place for small children to learn their numbers. So again, he's comparing African life to American life, because we know that in Africa they had villages and they would probably all congregate outside, where here in America we actually have school buildings that we go to, and he's not used to seeing these big buildings. Dave sees my falling open mouth. Don't be scared, Keck, he says. But I'm not scared, not like that. Scared is for men with guns, and maybe just a little for a flying boat. finding its way back to earth. Inside my school, the floors shine like ice. I walk carefully. Thin metal doors with silver handles line the walls. Those are called lockers, Dave says. Come on, we're early, but the teacher wants to meet you. Remember, this is all new to Keck. So imagine all this new stuff that you've never seen, like lockers and doors and buildings. Waiting in a big window room is a woman with black hair that dances and sturdy arms and eyes that tell jokes. You must be Keck, she says, and then she uses my word for hello. I'm ready to begin my learning, I say, and she tosses out a loud laugh, like a ball into the air. I can see you mean business, she says. A man comes in, young and short, with skin the color of rich earth, just like mine. He says his name is Mr. Franklin, and he helps sometimes in class when Miss Hernandez needs to do her deep breathing. Everyone laughs, so I laugh too, because it's always good to be polite. This will be your desk, Miss Hernandez says. Have a seat. She points to a shiny chair and little table. A chair of my own and a table too? I smother the thought like an ember near dead grass. I'm very sorry, but I can't, I say softly. I don't have the cattle for such a fine desk as this. Oh, she says, you don't have to pay for this desk, Keck. So in Keck's world, how did they pay for things? With cattle, they probably traded cattle. Here in America, we use money. School's free here. You just bring your mind and your smile every day, okay? Carefully I sit. I like very much this new desk with its cool, smooth top. My mouth will not stop smiling. So put yourself in Keck's shoes. Or you can think about all the things that you have that you don't realize how lucky you are to have it. So Keck is amazed that he gets a desk and a chair and he doesn't have to pay for it. Till next time.